All right, we are in Escalante, Utah, getting ready to go hike the Escalante River Trail. Stayed here last night, about 2 miles from the trailhead. I forget what the name of this area is, but super pretty. A little windy last night. Trying out the new Lunar Solo tent. There was one piece of it that was flapping in the wind a little bit, so that kept me up a little bit, but yeah, overall it was a good first night in that tent. Pretty happy with it so far. But yeah, this is gonna be my first solo backpacking trip and first backpacking trip in a few years, so I'm pretty excited. This trail, there's bugs everywhere. This trail kind of just goes along this river, which should be pretty cool. I think my feet will be getting a little bit wet today. That's all right. Got a whole bunch of new gear that I'll be trying out this weekend, so I'm looking forward to that. But yeah, it's gonna be nice just to get back out into some nature. This is the little camp spot here. It's my car. And then over here, this is Escalante. The trail is kind of down that way where it starts, so I'll be heading down there shortly. Yeah, so I'll see you there. Right up there is the Escalante Natural Bridge. Super cool. It's just like a big arch. And you can just see there's this just row of green which follows the river. It's where all the trees grow. But yeah, that's the bridge. I think we're like 3 miles into this so far. And it hasn't been bad at all. A couple stream crossings, the water feels pretty good. And it hasn't really been bad walking in wet feet, which is nice. Yeah, just a really steady, easy hike, super flat. It's great, having a good time. Wow. What a cool spot. So beautiful. I didn't have my electrolytes this morning, so I'm gonna do that. I just met some nice people from Montana who took my photo for me in front of the arch, so that was cool. But yeah, continuing on. The trail, I think, gets a little bit less clear as it gets less trafficked, so I have to keep an eye on the map. There's a lot of stream crossings. So awesome. Just hanging out here in this river. Wow, I'm so glad I just turned around when I did, because look at this. There's an arch up there. Not sure if you can see it. It's like directly in front of the sun, but that is really, really cool. And I almost just missed that. This one's moving a little quicker than the others. The water's only been about a foot deep at the most so far, so it hasn't been bad. I was a little bit unsure of what to expect, just since it's spring and, you know, as the snow melts, it might mean that it could be deeper, but it's been good so far. Just got through this kind of tough section the trail got really hard to follow, so I was like bushwhacking through just like brush and I don't know, may have just been following like a game trail. I don't even really know. At one point I was literally just walking through the river because the trail looked like it took me that way. So taking a little breather here under this giant tree, which is really cool. It's like one of the biggest trees I've ever seen. Definitely way bigger than anything I'd expect to see in the desert, but yeah, I just came through like all of that. Gonna have a little snack, refuel for a second, and then keep going. I think I'm a little bit over halfway to where I'm gonna camp tonight, so keep on pushing. Trail's gotten hard to follow again, but I think when in doubt here, you just kind of follow the river, which is literally what I'm doing. Let's see if we find the trail. See a little beach up there. Maybe the trail joins right there. Don't really mind this though. Water is a little cold, but it's refreshing. Alright, well, there was a much more well-defined trail right over here. So, back on the trail. The canyon gets a lot more narrow through here, which is really cool. I mean, look at this. Just like these steep walls on both sides of me. It's really crazy. There was just this, stumbled across this deer carcass that was right off the trail. Gave me a little jump scare. It's not really prepared to run into that. Literally like right next to the trail. Just like almost stepped on it basically. Yeah, this is a wild place for sure. It's very wild. Dude, this trail is rough for sure. This definitely isn't the kind of trail to do if you're looking for something that's just like well maintained and easy. I've gone off the trail like 8 times now by mistake. I had to figure out where to go to get back. And you would think it'd be super, like not really a big deal because you're just kind of following this river, which it is, but the banks are like really steep. And in some cases, like you have to cross because like just the way the river kind of winds. I think we're maybe, I don't know, 3/4 of a mile or so from where I'm going to start to look for camp spots. So getting excited for that. Be nice to take off the pack and just set up the chair, kick back. Wish I had a beer. The whole trail is like this. Just like, just weaving in and out of this river, literally. But it's cool. Definitely worth it. Look at this shit though. I think this is the trail. Very easy to get turned around. I see footprints though. Yeah, this has got to be the trail. Not much to go off of though. Very overgrown. My legs are gonna be torn up for sure. Oh, maybe this was the trail. I don't know. Probably this way. We'll see. We're getting there. You can't really get like lost back here just because it does just follow the river. Oh my god. God. Getting like freaking attacked by these trees. Like this is what I've been dealing with this whole time. Just stuff like this. But it's alright. Pine tree. I think that's the first one of those I've seen back here. Lost the trail again. But I do know that it intersects the river up here. I'm just gonna be hiking through the river. It's always reassuring when I see other footprints that aren't mine. At least I'm not the only one who would think to go this way. Looks like some kind of trail. Probably where I need to go. God. Everything is just so overgrown. It's crazy. Need like a machete. It's honestly kind of hilarious. Well, back along the river. Is that the trail? Look at that. Like, tell me that's not the trail, bro. Alright, I gotta look at the map. Alright, I tried going up this with my pack and it's just not happening. So I think we're just gonna hike in the river till we come across something different. Scoping out campsites right now. Spot here that's like, it's pretty flat, but really loose sand and there's no shade at all. So I think I'm gonna keep going up the river a little bit and see if I find anything better. But I'm at the point where I need to be, so if I see something good, I'm just gonna plop down and take it. It'd be nice to be like close to the river, a little bench or something in some shade, but we'll see. I might be asking for too much. I made it. This is home for the next 2 nights. Oh, that feels good, man. That feels really good. Take that off. What a beautiful spot. I don't even know what to do. I'm so out of practice and all this stuff. I think I'm not taking my pants off. I'm just loosening the drawstring was a little tight. I think I need to set up this chair first and foremost so I can sit down. Rest these old bones. I don't know what is wrong with me, but I'm 26 years old, dude. And I woke up this morning and my back, I felt like I was 65. That and my ankle's fucked up. Sprained my right ankle like 3 times. One pretty recently. So I was kind of worried about even doing this, honestly. But it's felt good today. I haven't really had any issues with that. Yeah, it will feel real nice to sit down here in a moment. Chair on there. There we go. Oh, yes. That's perfect. Just like that. Not filthy anymore. Heated up some dinner. Chicken coconut curry. Let's see how this is. Got like 8 minutes left on this. Just been having a nice kind of lazy afternoon, just reading. Suddenly got like really busy over here at the confluence. There's been a few groups of people looking for camp spots. One guy with his dog, which is cute. Not sure how far they're gonna have to go to get spots because I came from that way and there wasn't much, so they might have to be going for a while. Alright, it's time to eat. Hopefully this is good. Never had this before. I don't think I've ever even had coconut curry, let alone dehydrated coconut curry. It smells really good. Very fragrant. Fragrant. Is it fragrant or fragrant? Let's see. Look at that. That's pretty good. Definitely been an interesting day. Backpacking alone. It's my first time doing this. Once I got to camp, I had nothing to do. Like, this is like truly like the most like the, I don't really know how to say it, but feeling like you don't have to do anything. I haven't felt that like I did this afternoon, just like sitting here after I set up my tent, in my chair and everything, it's like, all right, what do I have to do? Like literally nothing. So I just read on my Kindle, which is nice. Yeah, you definitely gotta be able to keep yourself company if you're out here by yourself. That's for sure. I am really glad I brought the Kindle. I almost didn't, and I think that would have been a big mistake. Come here. Hi. Yeah. How are you doing? Well, we got him. He's back. Come here. He doesn't care about me. Just woke up, slept really good last night. It's like 8:30 right now, so I really slept in. But it's good because I don't really have anywhere to be today, so I'm just gonna kind of take it slow. Made some coffee. Got the old instant coffee. Not the greatest, but it's coffee, and it resembles coffee, which is all I really need. I think it's like a hazelnut flavor. It's actually not terrible. Probably wouldn't drink it at home, but it'll do the job out here. Just walking down over towards the river just to go see how everything's looking tomorrow, or today, right now. I don't know what I'm thinking. That's what my original plan was to go hike that today and go hike up that and check it out. I still think I'm gonna do. I think it's a more narrow canyon, so you know, have to be a little bit more careful in case of weather or anything like that, but I might go see it, explore it. Sheep dick. Oh my god. Yeah. Look at that. That is a calorie-packed breakfast right there. All right, I'm gonna try and show on the map kind of what I've done so far and what I'm doing today. So this is where I started yesterday at the Escalante River trailhead right off of Highway 12. So I started there and hiked this way, going west along the river. I think you can see, yeah, there's the natural bridge right there. That was kind of towards the start. And then I think this might be where I saw that cool arch. But I kept coming along here until I marked a bunch of potential camp spots. Hiked until I got to the Death Hollow confluence, which is where I am right now. You can see where I'm camped right here. I mean, as you can see, I don't have to go anywhere else. This is where you could continue on to Escalante if you kept going that way, but I'm not gonna do that. So I think I'm gonna go up Death Hollow today and just go until I feel like turning back. All right, we're getting started for the day. Leaving camp here. Got my day pack packed up. I think that the trail to start out literally is the river, so not really looking forward to having the cold, wet feet this early, but I suppose it is what it is. And here we go. Gonna try and keep an eye out on the sides to see if there is an actual trail that I need to look out for. But I think it's gonna be kind of like yesterday, where it's just gonna be in and out of the river, so. Oh yeah, that is cold. This is totally unreal, just how beautiful this is. I've never seen anything like this, truthfully. Just this whole river is just like an oasis here in the middle of the desert. Like, it's so green and lush. There's bamboo everywhere. Like, this is just crazy. Truly blowing my mind. So rough. My legs are gonna be like totally chewed up after this. I think I'm just gonna stay in the river unless there's like an obstacle that I really need to avoid. The reason I was hoping to get a weather report today is because of this. And this is like flash flood 101 right here. I did check the weather, of course, before I left on this trip, and everything looked good. But it'd be nice to have a current report just for peace of mind, but I think we'll be okay. I'm gonna try and connect again to the satellite if I get to anywhere that's a little bit more open. Taking a break here for a second to warm up. My feet are really, really cold. The wind was just ripping through here too for a couple minutes, which made me really cold. So I'm gonna warm up in the sun for a minute or two. A little pond right here. Look at this. Look how blue it is. It's probably 7 or 8 feet deep right there. You can hear my voice echoing. Echo! That is cool. This is so cool, man. This is unreal. Totally unreal. I have no other words. Gonna take a quick breather, get some water. Check the map, see how far I've gone. I didn't really have a lot of expectations for this, but this is by far blown away like anything that I would have expected to see back here. And the weather is perfect. Blue skies, sun. It's probably like 60 degrees right now. Just totally unreal. I just feel so just lucky to be here right now and just grateful. The reason my water's brown is this electrolyte mix that I put in here. It's not river water. It is, but it's not unfiltered. All right, we got a fresh battery. Should be good to go. All right, well, I got the official weather report from my mom. Thanks, Mom. No rain in the forecast, which makes me feel a lot better being back here. High of 57, low of 31, I believe, and winds up to 17 miles an hour, so nothing I need to worry about. No rain is good, so that means we have the green light to keep going, so we're gonna do that. nuts. This is totally nuts. This doesn't feel like Earth. This is wild. I'm literally having to do this to see the top of this wall. It like almost leans over a little bit. See if you can see it there. This is so wild. I've never done the Narrows or anything like that in Zion, but I mean, I can't imagine it being much crazier than this. And this is all in BLM land, and I'm pretty sure I'm probably the only person in this entire canyon right now. I haven't seen anyone else, which is really cool. Also a little scary. If something were to happen, but alright. It's nothing. This is just freaking unreal. Look at this. It's like another little pond almost. Almost looks like a hot spring. I don't think it is though. Alright, so I decided to turn back, head back towards base camp. Gone about 2.5 miles or so up this canyon, up Death Hollow. I've been averaging around 1 mile an hour, which is really slow for hiking, but we're not out here for the miles. We're doing it for the miles right now. I just don't really want to stray too far back from my base camp, and it's going to take me a while to get back, so I think we'll turn around, do that, and if I'm still feeling some energy, I might go hike further up the Escalante River trail when I get back. Maybe take a break and go do that. We'll see. But yeah, I'm gonna turn around here. It'll be nice going with the flow of the water too. Should make things a little bit easier. Not that it's flowing really fast or anything, but it does make a difference more than you would probably think. This is why it's so slow. It's like there's no path to take that is like established really by any means. So you kind of just have to pick and go for it. But all those little decisions, they take time to slow you down. Ooh, that one splashed up pretty high. spot. Got this pond right here. Crazy, just totally crazy. Back in the river we go. I love seeing all the footprints in the river. It's fun to think that everyone else came through here probably just as blown away as I am. If it was maybe like 10 degrees warmer, I would probably go for a swim. Just a little on the cool side for that right now, at least for me. And I also don't have a towel or anything, so that would probably just add to the coldness of that. Really could not ask for anything more. Don't really know what could possibly make this any better than what it is. It's just incredible. I think I'm getting kind of close to being back. I don't really know, and I don't feel like stopping and taking off the pack again to get my phone. So we're just gonna keep going until we get there. Haven't seen another person on this trail, if you can even call it a trail. It's just been me back here. I have to keep reminding myself to turn around because there's views on both sides of me. You know, I take back what I just said about there not being anything that could improve this. I think an ice cold beer right now would totally complete this experience. I think that might be the only thing that could take this up a notch. That would really hit right now. But I've got water. Got plenty of water. Endless supply, actually. Alright, arrived back at the confluence here. Death Hollow behind me here, and then the Escalante here. Camp is like right there, so I think I'm gonna go eat some lunch, sit down, relax for a little bit, maybe shut my eyes. I don't know, we'll see. And then we'll go see whatever's next. But yeah, that was really incredible. Very glad that I did that. Highly recommend if you're in the area, go see Death Hollow. 100% worth it. Well, I decided to lay down for a little bit, take a little bit of a nap. I'm gonna try not to sleep for too long because I don't want to really not be able to sleep tonight. But I really just need to lay down. It feels good to just take a load off. So I might sleep for the next hour or so and then maybe get up and go explore a little bit. But yeah, I just needed to lay down. It's been really windy here at camp. Like the inside of my tent is just covered in this super fine sand, which is hard to get off because I mean the mesh on the tent is so small, only like the really fine little bits of sand are able to get through. So I'm gonna have to figure that out, but that'll be it tomorrow problem. But I'm gonna close my eyes, so see you in a bit. The wind has been absolutely just relentless, just like constant gusts. There's like a insane layer of sand in the tent now. It's like in my eyes, it's in everything, and I'm trying to figure out what to do because it doesn't really make me want to be outside right now. I'm just gonna be getting sandblasted, and it's only 5 o'clock, so I still have quite a bit of time to kill. Yeah, I don't want to just sleep because I'm not going to sleep tonight. Alright, well, decided to stop feeling sorry for myself, and I'm going to go explore up the Escalante River trail a little bit. But this wind is just rough, man. And these kind of gray skies rolled in, and I won't lie, the morale is a little bit low at the moment. The inside of my tent is supposed to be gray, and right now it's like a very solid tan just from sand. So not the most ideal conditions, but we're gonna try and make the best of it. And I'm gonna go explore, go get moving a little bit. Be good to keep my mind busy, keep my feet busy. So gonna go do that and see what we find. I'm only bringing just a water bottle this time, so I'll be able to move pretty quickly, which will be nice. Just getting a little depressed there laying in the tent, so we're gonna get get a move on, get doing something. So, well, as you can see, the river isn't much up here past the confluence. I guess the main source is Death Hollow, because this is really more of a trickle than a river, so it's different. But I'm glad, because I don't really want to get my feet soaking wet, so this is easier for walking in. But yeah, kind of some gray skies over there. I hope it's not gonna rain. That could potentially not be good, but we're not gonna manifest that. Looks like I need to cross here. God, look at how steep this is. Like, how am I supposed to get up this? Oh, just gonna send it. Oh. Man, there's some great camp spots over here. I don't feel as bad as I did last night about taking that really good spot, because groups could definitely fit through here, fit in here. So much easier moving without the pack. I really think that the confluence has something to do with the wind over there, because it's way more still, even just right here. I'm only, like, I don't know, probably not even a quarter mile from the confluence, and it's either way more still here, or the wind has just totally died down, which I don't believe that it did over there. The water through here is much more still, which I don't love. Something about walking in like standing water like kind of grosses me out almost. I'm sure it's nothing to be worried about at all, but just, you know, it doesn't have that clarity and that flow to it like the other half of the river does. The riverbed has turned totally dry. Not really sure what happened. I was on a side trail, and then where it came back out, the river's just gone, so it's dry. And let's hope it stays that way. I did actually get a weather update from my mom just a minute ago, and she said that there still is nothing in the forecast showing rain, so that's good to know at least. Some peace of mind. So I think I'm gonna go around this next bend and then turn back, and that should probably be about 2 miles round trip. I am glad that I got out and did this, because I was feeling a little grim back at camp. All right, I'm turning back. Been going for about 45 minutes, so that'll put me at about an hour and a half total of hiking, and that should get me back right around, oh boy, let's see what time it is. What did I say? Right around 6:45, which will be just in time for dinner. And then there will be probably about another hour and a half of sunlight after that. And then it'll be bedtime, and then we're rolling out of here in the morning. So yeah, I think we made the most of today. All right, made it back to camp. Got my camp clothes on, feeling better. The wind seems to have tapered quite a bit, which I'm very happy about. So I'm gonna make some dinner. Tonight I'm gonna make some ramen with some chicken. I think something warm and soupy will be nice. So gonna fire that up here in a minute. Hang out, kick back, enjoy the last night. Forgot you need like a ton of water to make ramen. I'm gonna boil a whole liter here boiling, because this will take a minute. Alright, gonna go filter some water, be right back. That's hot. It's really hot. Just finished eating. Found my chapstick too. My lips are feeling really dry and like sting. All of my skin is like, it's like the driest I've ever seen it, honestly. I don't know if you can see my hands, but I don't know why it's so dry. Maybe just from being outside constantly. Kind of feasting a little bit because I have a bunch of extra food that I don't think I'm gonna really need. And the more I eat now is the less I have to carry tomorrow. So got some trail mix and the real treat, which I'm trying to fish out of here. Oh yeah, the peanut butter bar, which I just dropped a piece on the ground, but I don't even care. I'm gonna eat it anyways. This is like the most indulgent chocolate. It's insane. I think 2 pieces is like 150 calories, which that should tell you something about how good it is. All right, it's starting to get dark, so I think I'm gonna probably get in the tent pretty soon, read, go to bed. I've got some stuff packed up so I can get out of here early in the morning and keep the packing minimal. It's gonna be kind of a get up and go sort of morning as soon as the sun comes up, because I've got probably 3 hours of hiking tomorrow and then 4.5 hour drive, so I need to kind of get up and moving and not really lollygag tomorrow. So yeah, I'm gonna sign off tonight. It's been a cool day, really fun time, good day for sure. Gonna get up and get out of here in the morning and get back to real life. So see you in the morning. There's a turkey way over there. You probably can't see it, but it just went in the bushes. Just walking down here to the river with my coffee. Gonna go take it in one more time. Say my goodbyes to this spot. Try not to spill this on myself. All right, on the trail. It's about 7:15 and I woke up right around 6:15, so only took about an hour to get up, break camp, have a quick breakfast, which I think is not bad. It's faster than I was kind of expecting. Got about 6 miles back to the car. Should be nice and easy. I'm hoping it's a little bit easier to get back. I should know where some of the river crossings are from coming out this way before, so that might speed things up a little bit. And I'm kind of wishing I brought a pair of gloves. My hands are really cold right now. I don't really have pockets to put them in. Also, my God, this trail right here, totally overgrown. Look at this. I think I tried to come up this when I was hiking up the river, and I decided not to. Stuck. God. All right, into the river we go. It's cold. Look at this. Crazy. This huge wall behind me. The way the sun is hitting it, it's really cool. Feels like I'm in a city with like big skyscrapers on each side of me, and like I'm just walking through these narrow streets, but it's these massive rocks instead of buildings, obviously. But it's freaking cool. Look at this. The sun hitting right here, right below this massive wall. I don't even know if you can see the top in the camera. Freaking crazy. And the river just flows right next to it, which is where we're going. It's incredible. Keep going. All right, that is so cool, man. So cool. So I've been keeping my eye out. I might be wrong and I'm gonna have to fact check myself, But when I was researching this, I think I saw something about there being a couple of cliff dwellings potentially along the river somewhere, and petroglyphs. So I've been keeping my eye out for those. I haven't seen anything yet. I think you have to really kind of know where to look to see the cliff dwellings, at least, because they're designed to be camouflaged and they're made of the, you know, the same rock that the cliffs themselves are made of. So hard to spot, but it'd be cool to see those. All right, we're continuing to average about 30 minutes per mile, or about 2 miles per hour. So that's right on par with what I wanted to be doing today. And I think considering the fact that I'm like bushwhacking almost and walking through the river, walking through this loose sand, and also stopping to take in some sights and do some of this filming, I think that's honestly a pretty solid pace. So I think if I continue to hold this pace, I'll probably be back in the next couple of hours. I did make the mistake of accidentally putting the bag that had my car keys like deep in my pack, so I'm gonna have to fish those out at some point. I'm really loving this. I'm also just feeling like way more comfortable just being out here by myself and carrying the pack. Compared to where I started, I feel like a million times more confident and just better now than I did. So I'm really happy to see that I've made that kind of progress. Yeah, definitely. I'm feeling a little sad thinking about leaving this canyon. Last night I was kind of, you know, getting excited about getting back and getting home, and you know, I'm excited to see Cooper and get back to everything, but it's just so freaking beautiful back here. I don't really want to part ways with this, not unless I have to, which I fortunately do. Check this out right here. Look at this wall. Massive. Totally massive. I don't know if you can see that. Freaking crazy, man. Totally crazy. Wow. I don't know if you can really see this, but I'm under the top of this wall right here. It comes over the river. Nuts. Freaking nuts, man. I hope you can see that wall behind me. I've been in the river for the past like 20-25 minutes. Can't feel my feet at all, but there is a trail right here, so I'm gonna take this so I can get some life back in my feet, because I cannot feel my toes right now. Otherwise, I feel really comfortable. I'm not cold, I'm not hot. I think from what I remember, I think from here on out, the canyon kind of widens a little bit, and I don't think there's gonna be as many of those dramatic cliffs like we just saw. And with it widening, means there's gonna be more trail options. It might be a little bit harder to follow. We'll see. Oh, I think this is, yeah, this is that big tree that I took a break at on the way over. This is great. I might honestly stop here to drink some water for a second, fish out my keys. It's a good little spot to take a break. It's so pretty right here. I never really like looked at it from this way before, but there's like this little meadow behind me. So green. It's awesome. So pretty, man. think we're getting pretty close to the natural bridge. And I believe that that is about 1.5 miles from the trailhead. So that means we're getting pretty close. I was a little bit, you know, kind of bummed about doing, not bummed, but, you know, doing an out and back isn't quite as exciting as doing some kind of loop, you know, because you don't get to see quite as much. But I've realized that, you know, coming back this way, I mean, you see the same things, but you see it all from a different angle. And it, I mean, it looks totally different. So I'm not really disappointed by that at all. In fact, I think it's almost cooler because you get to really kind of take in, you know, what this place is and how it looks and just the beauty of it and see it from all angles. So definitely not upset about that at all. And then also yesterday, it was really nice, you know, not having to break camp in the morning and pack everything up and then, you know, carry my fully loaded pack all day long. It was nice having a little base camp to be able to relax at and kind of rest at. And that was a nice plus too of kind of doing the out and back and doing it that way. So definitely pros and cons to everything. But overall, I'm very happy with how this trip has turned out. Whoa, there's this arch here and I'm like right underneath it. Let me get in the water so you can see it. Look at this. Right up there, there's an arch. You can just see through it. It's part of this wall. Hopefully you can see that. How cool is that? Here's the bridge. Let's get one more look at it. I think you can see it there behind me. I think we've got about a half mile to go till we're back at the trailhead, so we're getting close. We're about to be wrapping things up. Definitely sad to be leaving, but I am starting to get a little excited to, you know, take a shower, put some clean clothes on, eat some real food, all that kind of stuff. I think there's a gas station that has a Subway like an hour up Highway 12, so I've been thinking about Subway for the past hour or so. I might have to get some. All right, this is the last river crossing of the trip. The parking lot is right on the other side, which is nice. Wash the shoes off right before I'm done. And just like that, that's goodbye to the Escalante River for now. There she is. It's a beautiful sight. All right, just got back to the car. Got my clean, quote unquote clean clothes on. Definitely cleaner than what I was wearing, which feels good. Overall, had a very awesome time here. Super happy just with how this whole trip turned out. I tried not to have a lot of expectations going into it, which I think was smart, but I mean, this whole thing exceeded really anything I could have imagined, just in terms of the beauty back here and just how much fun this was. So very happy that I did this. This was my first solo trip ever and first time backpacking in a few years. So I kind of made the goal for myself last year that this was something that I was going to get back into. Didn't really get around to it. And then finally this year I decided to actually do that. So I went and got some new gear, some stuff that I needed, and planned this trip and just went for it. So yeah, super stoked that I did this and looking forward to, you know, whatever the next thing is going to be. I'd love to bring Cooper along next time, and I feel a lot more confident now, a lot better about, you know, doing more of this. So yeah, now I got to go drive back to Salt Lake, go pick up Cooper, and then yeah, back to the real world tomorrow. So thanks for watching. If you did watch this whole thing, it's been fun for sure. So I'll see you in the next video.